then, tower block reviews, documenting tower blocks for heritage purposes, and today we have Grenfell Tower.
So, if you don't already know the story of Grenfell Tower, they added cladding to the tower, because a lot of people don't like the look of 60s architecture, so I wanted to make the tower look more modern, which I think is disgusting, so I love 60s architecture. Also, I wanted to add heat insulation to the tower, but it turns out the cladding I used was very flammable, and the whole tower caught fire, and this whole area around Grenfell is really creepy to walk around, and it's really scary just looking at his tower, thinking what happened there. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at the towers around Grenfell Tower.
Right then, this is what the first block looks like. I'll show this as a picture in the daytime so you can actually see it properly because it's too dark to see anything.
Right then, this is what the architecture looks like on the blocks we're going to be looking at in this video. And if we zoom in for a closer look, we can see it's brick with concrete slabs for floors, so that's a very 70s looking design. And if we look, there's a balcony every 5 floors. What? That is so weird. They've actually got a bigger balcony every 5 floors, which is a very unusual feature to this architecture. This block looks very 70s. Then if we look up here, we've got the same design of block, but this is a different view. This is a side view of it. And that's what it looks like on the side. Then if we turn around and go up here a little bit, we have Grenfell Tower, and that's what Grenfell Tower looked like before it was burnt down. As we can see here, Grenfell Tower was a different architecture to the blocks we're looking at in this video. And I actually initially thought it was the same architecture, but no, Grenfell's a different architecture, and this very sadly means I never get to see this design of architecture. Very disappointing, but let's carry on with the video.
Grenfell is over there. So let's take a look at this one and document it for heritage purposes. Westbury House. Front door has front doors are replaced. Those windows look fairly original. Let's go inside. We come in, got some artwork on the wall. Got 2 lifts there and there. Got an old display, looks like old Thames Valley or Old Benny possibly. But yeah, it looks like old Thames Valley display. Out here is your main door. And you've got here like a staircase, sloping ceiling. You've got a staircase here. So let's now go up in the lift. The sign on the lift actually tells you what floors the lift serves. Got a camera up there with a speaker, possibly to tell people if they hang around in a tower. That lift I think is off. And here's your lift. Let's go up to the top floor. Yeah, Old Thames Valley. I think let's see. And this is a fairly typical tower block lift. The button panel's been replaced. Leonard Lifts, which is a generic lift company. Nothing to do with Ward Leonard, they're just a modern company using the same name. Ceiling's fairly bog standard. Lift car's fairly bog standard. That's not old enough for Benny, it's been replaced at some point. Camera in the corner which has been burnt out. So from here we've got a view of Grenfell Tower, which looks very dark. We have this little area of this tower, which is an unusual bit of architecture. That's a bit different from other towers. I'll show you what the lifts look like up here. There's some original tiling on the floor, which is nice. Got 4 flats on each floor. Staircase there, with original windows. There's your lift, odd and evens lift. You've got a pipe there, needs to go through here. This is your rubbish chute area. And there's rubbish that should have gone in the rubbish chute. And that's what that bit looks like. And let's go up to the motor room. As you can see, your odd and evens lift arrangement. It's the stairway, got some original tiling on the stairs. Both lifts stop at 19, this is the top floor, and no lifts serve 20. So it's one of these tower blocks where the lifts don't even serve the top floor of the tower block. Past your last door, so we're now into the service area of the tower block. Service area, a bit more creepy looking. So this is your service area of this tower block. We've got a nice original bit from the 60s, 70s. And here is your lift motor room. Here is the motor room. There you go, I was right, Old Thames Valley. One of them's off, the other one's on. Two levelling speeds. It's a DC pulsed AC system. So you go to Thames Valley cards, then you've got your DC pulsed AC up there. That one's off. This one is just identical, but this one's actually on and working. I don't know why it lifts off. It is a cone lift, so it's a Benny lift using a cone motor from 1970. Hand winding switch, that looks very old. Nice old stop switch, that's Snyder Electric as far as I can tell. And this lift is broke for an unknown reason. Servicing this lift is Express Lift Alliance. It's using the Express logo when they're actually some modern crappy company using Express name to try and get trade to make themselves look more important. Oh, that DC pulsed AC sounds really nice. Oh, it's 2-speed AC variable voltage. It says 2-speed, but that shows it's 3-speed. Full speed, 2 level speed. And this is pulsing the AC wave, so it's not reforming the AC wave like a modern day variable frequency, so it's not reforming the wave. It's just chopping up your existing wave, so it's DC pulsed AC, it's an AC wave being pulsed like it's a DC. I've never seen this governor before, never. A vintage Duos governor, I've never seen that governor, ever. Come to what used to be a water tank room. Oh, this is really creepy. This is so creepy. Oh, look at that. Very old. And we've got over here the roof. So, here we are on the roof. We have whatever on earth that is. A line of sight transmitter, maybe. Over there we have Grenfell Tower. That's the famous tower, because of course it caught fire. We have up here a camera. Now we're in this room. This room's particularly creepy and interesting. You've got your fan system. Well, I didn't expect this to be quite this creepy. This room is... oh, asbestos. Lovely. This is very different to other tower blocks. It's quite a big plant area. It has to be one of the most weirdest air conditioning things I've seen. That panel up there's nice and old. I do not know how that is an emergency exit. It doesn't make any sense. This emergency exit is obviously that way. It must mean you go around the entire plant room network and out the other side, I guess. So you've got 3 plant rooms in sort of a circle formation with the staircase in the middle. This is very unusual. A motor room, so you have like a motor room in the middle, stairs there, and you have a circle of plant rooms around the outside of it. Very unusual design. Let's take a look outside. This takes us back on the roof. Then this door here, so this is the roof. This door here will take us back into the air conditioning room. But we'll be at the other side of the air conditioning room to where we were last time. And this is back in the air conditioning room. For this side of the tower, we can see up there again, focus, up there, Grenfell Tower, and up there, Trellick Tower. It's a bit dark, but down there's the Hammersmith and City line. And that goes up, follows along the main road, and that eventually ends up down in Paddington. And over this side, as well as Grenfell Tower, we have the other towers in this estate. Up there, 3 towers which I don't know anything about, so we're definitely going to check out those at some point. And of course we have Westfield's White City. And we've got your main road down there, and we've got 3 more tower blocks in this series which we're going to check out. So, let's go on to the next tower. So, back into the very creepy plant room. This looks very creepy, and now we're going to check out the other towers. So, Grenfell's over there. We're now going along to the next tower, Dickson House. It's fairly identical to the last one. Actually, it's pretty much absolutely identical. I can't see any differences. Yeah, absolutely the same. But in this one, both lifts work. These are identical DC pulsed AC. Barely lift has been modernised. Camera hasn't been burnt out in this one. Actually, cameras are on in LEDs. We're now going up to the plant room. The lights are on in this plant room. Slight difference. There's no doors. There's no door from the stairs to the plant room. No, it's different. It is different. And here's... oh, this one's got mobile communications on it. That is the mobile communications room, so that's going to be really secure, so you don't want anyone interfering with it. So we'll look up the top of this tower, we should see the mobile communication masts. And up there we've got the mobile masts. That is where we were just now. And over there's Grenfell. Right, let's take a look in the motor room of this tower. Very creepy, the lights left on. That really scares me. As far as I can tell, no one's in here. And also, how would I get up here in the first place? That's got its speed set up better. The other tower, the speeds are a bit odd and it spent ages on second speed. Where it buzzes, these logics have a problem with buzzing. Seems to be their main fault, although it is actually their only fault. We've got here fairly typical lift, nice big chassis, A&A inspection control, brick at the back, concrete on the sides, sticky tape, DC pulsed AC, nice lift shaft, quite a big chassis, it's a Benny, and it's all that shows, cable joins are nice. And that's what the lift shaft looks like. I just realised these blocks all have big areas downstairs which haven't yet even... The next one is Markland House. Yeah, exactly the same. Should I try on fire mode? Since we're here. Okay, maybe not fire mode. That one's got drop key fire mode, this one's got triangle key fire mode, so let's try this fire mode. Up to 19 on fire mode. Yep, that's on fire mode. Here we go, Leonard lifts again. So then camera, we're just trying a bit of fire mode, okay? Yep, Thames Valley, 2-stage levelling, spent longer on the faster stage on that one. And now go to the next tower. There's these big spaces at the bottom of these towers, and I've got no idea what's in those, and there doesn't appear to be any way in. Now go along to the next tower. So you've got that tower there, just done that one, and that is the next one. This one's not quite the same. She's got this new build at the bottom, but the new build sort of merges into the old 60s, 70s tower. Look at it, new build, old tower, and it sort of merges in that weird way. Grenfell House. One, identical to the others, apart from it's been heavily refurbished. But the lifts are the same. But the lifts are the same, the block has been extensively refurbished, this one, and also the interior is different. It doesn't have the same styling to it. This is not a firefighting lift. Fire mode. That doesn't make sense. But this camera, look how many infrared LEDs they've got. Why so many? That is so weird. This plant room area, slightly different. No, pretty much the same. Yeah, it's the same as the others. No, not quite the same. In this one, the motor's blue. But yeah, pretty much identical. More Thames Valley. That room looks like that. And if we go across the other room, different door on this one. Looks like. Oh, that's different. They've put a chain across it. What? Oh, there's something in there. Servers. What the fuck? This is a mobile communications room or something. Yep, Hawaii, mobile base station. So that's a mobile base station in there. And they go out onto the roof. Caution, mobile transmitters. Don't proceed if you've got a pacemaker. I haven't seen that one before for mobile transmitters. Run by Orange. The other tower's probably got a rival company. Maybe it's Vodafone or Free on the other tower. I didn't check. Another thing to bang your head on. Let's not bang your head on that. There's Westfield White City. 3 towers down there. If you look at Grenfell and compare it to that tower there, which is one of these ones, there's 4 of these towers. Grenfell is not identical to these ones. If you look at that tower there, which is like the one I'm standing on, then you've got Grenfell. Grenfell's a bigger tower, and I think it's got 1 floor taller, which means Grenfell's a unique tower. It doesn't have any other towers identical to it, which means I'm never going to get to document Grenfell Tower. It's a unique tower, and it's been burnt down. So that is heritage lost. Yeah, so you can charge phones from this tower. Grenfell Tower, just realised, actually has lights on. You only see it from this angle. Oh yes. Here we have the boiler, no, water pumps, and a water tank up that ladder. So you're up down there. It's on the ground floor. This is not in the service area. It's on the ground floor. There, water pump, ground floor water pump. We got up here. We have your water tank. Okay, I didn't expect that, because the water tanks upstairs are missing. I've moved the water tank from the top floor down to the bottom floor. Ground floor area of this tower. Doors unlocked. And then we have just the electrics. You've got some very old electrics down there. You've got a Lucy Oxford. So that's your incoming electric. Get some big fuses. Although those ones aren't as old. Not as old as the Lucy Oxford equipment. We got there. There's another incoming feed which is gone. I feel that's not as old. Smart meter. Yeah, horrible. That bit there looks quite old. But no, the most interesting things is obviously those because they're the oldest. This is one of the new builds around the old 70s towers, and this is showing us just to compare what the new builds are like compared to the old towers. So you see, sort of, what's that wall? That's a weird texture. It's concrete, but we've sort of made a chip wall effect into our concrete. That's what it looks like. It's nowhere near as interesting. Old buildings are much more interesting. Oh, this lift's really, really bad. Otis! What is an Otis? They're using generic parts. This is Otis generic brands, but actually branded as Otis rather than Express Lift Alliance. Horrible. Let's take a look at one of these before. Oh, that is bad. Oh, look, VF drive is on a repeater board, so VF's in the shaft, but they're just giving you that repeater. UPS down there. Oh, this is so bad. What is that? So, this lift's very boring. Make it a bit more interesting. I just want to hear how it sounds with a lower pulsing frequency. Right, change settings back to how I found them, as always. Okay, it does have a chassis. That's better than I thought. I thought this lift was going to be absolutely horrible. That is better than I thought it'd be. Up there, Zeta MRL motor. Always use Zeta on these sort of things. No, I'm actually quite impressed. This is what it looks like. Zeta motor, 2-to-1 MRL. Bottom button's an alarm. So you press. Very cheap doors.